Hi, Don Melodoc here. I thought I would get started with a little bit of play along opportunity for anybody that might want to start a catalog junk journal. I thought about this project because I thought it would be really uh, something that you could spend 2 or 3 minutes on, or 5 minutes on, or you could take it on vacation, or you could take your glue stick and a Ziploc full of paper scraps in your catalog to the pool with the kids, whatever, wherever you have time. So that's was my thought behind this. So the junk mail's been pouring in, and I've saved a few catalogs to show you. One is like the swimming pool catalog. Got another one, it's Harbor Freight catalog. And then this one, my husband never saw it come in because it's the Dell catalog, and the cool piece of it is it has a fold-out page. So it's got its very own built-in tip-in page, so I might start that one here sometime. And then you might have seen, I already have my catalog started, but I thought I would backtrack and start another one so that I could show you the basic steps that I took. So I'm including journal pages that I've ripped out of, of a composition notebook. I'm leaving some of the female figures in my book because I want to alter them. And really I'm just laying down base layers. There's a PDF sewing pattern. Must have not liked what I printed or something, so it just went into my junk journal stuff. So I was going to use, hey, Dawn here, day 2. So yesterday I briefly showed you how I get my pages going, how I secure them in the seam here, and what I do to get started. I went ahead and put wax paper between my pages because I don't like them sticking. So that's what I did. So you can see I've just got more pages to go. It looks like what I do. Oh yeah, I went back here, glued some things, went back here, glued some things, and all of this just serves as a jumping off point for me. I really wanted to stress that I'm just showing you how I do this. I don't want you to make what I'm making. I just want you to see what I'm doing to get myself started and maybe try and share any little tips and tricks that I have that might help you along. And then from there, you're going to go in your own direction, and you're going to create whatever it is you like to create and not what I create. I tend to create organic or raw, and it's just the way I am. And so I have basically accepted that, and I don't force myself to be what I'm not. So that's just what I'm saying to you is be what you are, do what you like, and enjoy yourself, because if you're not enjoying yourself, then you're doing art for the wrong reasons, in my opinion. Okay, today I thought I would add a layer on the outside of my journal just because I found some tissue paper with sparklies in it yesterday, and I thought, I'm going to put this on the outside and see what it looks like. So I'm just using some extra heavy gel mat because that's what I have. I have 2 jars of it. I don't know why I bought 2 jars of it. I must have got the craft bug that day. And I'm just going to, so in what I'm saying is just use whatever you've got, whatever you like, whatever you want. If you got some decoupage stuff, use that. If you don't have that, do whatever you want. You don't have to put tissue paper on it. I just got a whim and I felt like trying it. So I'm just spreading on gel with one of those dorky credit card things that come in the mail. I never use them for anything but art, so That's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to try. I've already done the other side, so you wouldn't have to watch this because that's not too interesting. Oop, there's a little dry piece in my gel. So I think I might have some pretty fair coverage here. I'm going to put a little extra over this spine or the seam or whatever you call that. I guess you call it the spine. And I'm going to, oh yeah, you know, I put some wax paper over the front side, and I wanted to put some on the back side just to help minimize the sticking. So I found this piece of tissue paper, and it has sparklies on it. And I've had it for a bit. I think it came from a gift, and I couldn't bear to throw it away, so I thought I would try this. I think Maggie Latham does the crumpled tissue outside covers on journals, and she does a beautiful job, and I've never done it, so I really don't know what I'm doing, but you know, that doesn't stop me much. I'm just going to smush it down because it's fairly fragile, and once it touches the gel, I don't think it's coming up. Oh yeah, look at that. I like that. So then if you applied, you know, after this was dry, if you wanted to paint on it or gesso it, it would really have some cool texture. So Maggie, if you watch this, give us some pointers on the tissue paper covers. Would love it. So there we go. Now I'm going to let that dry. Okay, so my tissue paper and gel is still drying, but I don't know. I want to wet it down some more from the top side. So I've got this Handy Art Designers acrylic medium, matte medium. Not particularly thrilled with this stuff at all. It works fine. It just on certain surfaces leaves an opaque film. But it occurs to me that it won't really matter on this. So I'm just going to brush on some of this lightly because the tissue paper is pretty fragile right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover it like this. Just to I really just feel the need to wet it and stick it down well. So we'll see what that does. So I'm going to do that off camera because it's not too exciting. Okay, I wanted to show you something else I try and do. I'm working in my other journal while I let the tissue paper dry on the journal that I'm using with you guys. Excuse me. So I've gone ahead and covered another page, and I wanted to show you that as I turn the pages, it starts getting a little thick and humpy in the middle here. So I kind of try to, you know, smooth that down as much as I can. And also, when you pick it up after you've been working on it, you can kind of start to mold the spine as well, which will kind of help it stay centered and you know, not be quite such a stair step here in the middle. So I just wanted to show you that. So I'm going to put another piece of paper back here, and I like inorganic shapes and colors. So maybe what I mean by that is I like I use anything that's color and shape in my art. So here is a piece of wax paper that I have saved. Looks like I was using it for a palette. It's got a little piece of blue masking tape on it. Let's see, did I? Nope. I pretty much used just one side. And I'm going to glue this in my book because it pleases me to do so, and I hope you'll do things that please you too. So I'm going to keep my lady open because I might do something with them, and who knows, I might not. Oop, that tape's coming off, so I'm going to remove it. And you know what I did on the previous page? I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but I did use some of my liquid acrylic because, I don't know, I have a lot of it and I want to use it up. So I thought, well, I'm going to try wetter stuff on the page. And I might regret that later, but I'll just go with the flow. So I'm going to smooth this out. Okay, back again. Okay, so I smoothed my gel out. I got a little overzealous with the pouring of it, so what I did was I just went around, and even on the areas that I'm not covering up, I went around and spread it out around the edges. Just, I thought, well, maybe it'll give them a little extra strength. So that's what I did there. And let's just put this wax paper on here. This might take some time to dry. And working in 2 journals, I'll have time. So there is that page. And I might, I think I might add a little gel. Maybe not over the whole thing, but a little gel around the edges. I rarely know what I'm doing. I kind of don't like doing the same thing twice, so I'm usually just trying things as I go, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and whatever the outcome is, I'm happy with it. And if I'm not happy with it, then that just means I need to keep working on it. It needs something more. Or, not everything in life is gorgeous and beautiful. So you might create something that is more soulful than it is aesthetically pleasing. And that's what I challenge you to get comfy with.